All right, check.
Check.
All right, bet we roll. All right, cool. What's up, man? What's your name? Where you from?
Yo, man, I'm PZP, and this is my. Now let me stop.
Oh, we keep rolling. Keep
Hey,
going.
look. So look, right? I was gonna say this is my Corner 33, but that's my YouTube channel. That's my umbrella, right? Sobriety over everything. That's what's underneath my Corner 33, man. But I grew up in Capitol Heights, you know what I mean, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm PZP.
All right, PZP. Talk a little bit about growing up. You know, were you influenced by fashion at a young age, or did it come later?
I mean, growing up, man, we was always like, cause I grew up in the era where it was like the baggy jeans, the big black tees, you know what I'm saying? Then later on down, it became like the white boy look, the Aeropostale and all that shit. And my mother could never afford it, right? And then like, I say like ninth grade, that's when people started transitioning from remember when Jay-Z was rocking the polos and
Yeah,
all that?
yeah.
So when that transition happened, my mother couldn't afford the Aeropostale and all that bullshit, right? So I was basically just not rocking nothing, just black tees and all that, bro.
So it sounded like you didn't really fuck with the swag growing up. Like,
Nah, I didn't,
okay.
man. Only
Okay.
because I didn't have the funds to, you feel me?
Okay, true.
Yeah. But however, when we was young, we used to get the glitter Jones
Yeah.
and trace on the shirts. We did do that though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I feel the same. You know, growing up, couldn't really afford too much. It's like you have to make do what you have to make do, thrift, kind of just do that. So is that something you're conscious of now when you make your clothes?
Yes and no, man. Because I mean I'm making clothes, right? But it's kind of I'm just making it for me, you know what I'm saying? And then if other people like it, they can buy it, right? So I'm in the realm of life where it's all about me right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now when somebody see me out and they be like, yeah, I like it, boom, I'll be like, all right, I got it on deck. And I do promote it. But if if don't nobody like it, don't nobody want to wear it, that's fine too.
Yeah.
I'm all about self right now, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It sound definitely like you all about just being yourself. And
That's it, bro.
Speak about the importance of that, especially in today's society where like I would feel like, for example, like going back to the story when you were younger, like people would get like fake shoes to try to make it seem like it's real shoes, but you were just like, I'm wearing black, like I don't care.
That's
You
it.
carry the same attitude like with your current brand. So speak about how important that is being an individual.
Yo, being an individual is so important, man. Because I remember growing up, man, I used to follow the wrong crowds. I used to want friends. I used to try to be a part of. And I would always end up in just fucked up situations, man. You know what I'm saying? And now, bro, I'm solo dolo. I love being by myself. I embrace being by myself. I embrace being alone. You know what I'm saying? I embrace being different. But the thing about being alone is when you meet some good people like you, my man Riz the Great, Whitney, a lot of the people that I'm meeting on my podcast and sobriety journey, those are the people you want to be around. Creative people, like-minded people, people that got stuff to lose that's also doing things, versus like, hanging with the what they call them, the misfits, you know what I mean?
Crash outs, yeah.
Yeah, the crash outs, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. So how was it, growing up where you grew up, like in terms of fashion in general? Like we talked a little bit about the trends, but like how was it an influence to just like the culture in general?
I mean, like when I was growing up, bro, it was the 574s, right? It was what was it? It was either the 990s or the 992s. It was the foams, the Tim Duncan Jones, right? But the thing was, back in the day, you couldn't afford foams. You couldn't afford the Tim Duncans. You couldn't afford them. Only the D-boys had them Jones.
Right.
And that's why I think the foam game got washed out. Because now everybody got the foams. Little kids got the foams. The foams wasn't at every person's shoe, bro. The foams was strictly for the D-boys, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they were so expensive.
Right.
So, what else? You ain't see too much polo growing up. Where I came from, you know what I'm saying? It was mainly like, really like we were just on the black tees, pretty much it, baggy jeans and stuff like that. But I always wanted a shooter's fit. I always wanted Universal Madness fit, We Are One fit. I always wanted those type of fits, you know what I'm saying? But you couldn't afford them. And to this day, I still want one. So I'd be like, well, if I run across one, I go to one of them stores or whatever. Shout out to all the DC brands, man. Like the black-owned DC brands. Shout out to all of them, man. But right now I'm like, shit, I'm just going to rock my shit.
Yeah, nah, for sure. For sure. If you could build a character, like a perfect DMV character outfit, what would it be? Like head to toe, what would they wear?
So on one of my podcasts, right? I did one with my man Cap G365, right? And we was talking about the difference between foams and New Balances, right? So then I had chose the New Balances, right? But then I ended up buying me some pine green foams. And it just changed my whole life. I'm like, hold up, bro. I'm like, dog. I'm like, look. I'm like, the foam game is shitting on New Balances, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let me start there, right? So I say some good foam, some nice black jeans, sobriety over everything, crew neck sweater, you know what I'm saying? A chain with your kids on there, sobriety over everything, hat with the Corna 33 on the side.
Okay.
That's basically the fit that I'm gonna go for.
Hello.
You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm coming, man.
A perfect transition. I was about to ask you about sobriety over everything, right? So first of all, how long have you been working on the brand?
So I'm actually 500 days sober, right? But I didn't really start going hard with like my podcast and just trying to be a hybrid entrepreneur.
Right.
That was a word I came across yesterday. So a hybrid entrepreneur is a person that's an entrepreneur on the side, but they still got their 9 to 5, right?
True.
So I say I've been trying like going hard with my my podcast and my brand like the last 5-6 months.
Okay.
But then I came here one day to holler at my man Riz the Great, and I was like, yo, you think you could build me a gang sheet? He built a joint for me, bop. And after that, I just been pressing my shirts. So a lot of times, right, it's not the fact that people don't, it's not the fact that people are lazy, it's the fact that people don't know. So sure. I've been wanting to make clothes for a long time. I just didn't know where and how, right? So when I stumbled across DMV Wholesale Department, I pulled up, met with Riz the Great, Slim. Him and Whitney helped me out with everything, bro. Where I could get my hats from, shirts from. Then the gang sheet was just a plus. So as soon as I know, they was a plug on the gang sheets, I got one, pressed out my own stuff, So it's kind of like I didn't know, bro. Now I know.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going crazy with it. I actually just copped a new gang sheet from Riz yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something different, and that's how we doing with it.
Hey, that's super cool because, it's like people also get to watch you in this journey as you're learning step by step, and that never really stops. Even if you're 10 years in, it's always something new to know. So I feel like that's a great philosophy to keep in mind, and also the showcase, because I think a lot of businesses and brands nowadays are building in real time, especially in the tech world, but also on, social media spaces in general. So I want you to envision for a little bit, think about like a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, like what are the things you want to accomplish in addition, like the brand, in addition to the impact it'll have on people's lives?
Yo, so I was talking to a good friend of mine yesterday about this. I'm like, yo, I'm in the podcast field, right? I'm in the clothing field, but my true calling is motivational speaking, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to travel to different states, also countries. I want to talk to the youth. I want to talk to that inner child, bro. That inner child that was lost, confused. That inner child that thought he needed friends. That inner child that fell victim to peer pressure and fucked his whole life up. You know what I'm saying? That's who I want to speak to. Because a lot of us still have that inner child inside of us, bro. Still, bro. That still causes us trauma to this day. That's why I always tell people, accountability will save your life, bro. Because if you figure out what your issue is and you figure out what's wrong with you, it's going to break generational trauma, bro. It's never if, it's always when, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to do, bro. I want to travel to different places and just talk to people, bro. And because you know, we all go through a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know, bro, I got the most simplest things in life, bro. I got a car, got my own spot, I got a job, right? That shit is basic, right? But growing up, I didn't even envision me having that. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, I thought I was gonna be on my aunt's living room floor my whole life, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how much I didn't believe in myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be here right now, just doing what I'm doing, bro, it's a blessing, bro. So I just want everybody to know, bro, it gets better when you get older. And the black sheep always become the goat, shawty. The black sheep of the family always become the goat. It's never if, it's always when. You know what I'm saying? You can be whatever you want to be, bro. You know, and you know, getting high and getting drunk, I was doing that to escape my reality, bro. I hated my reality, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, some people love their childhood. I hated my childhood, bro. I wanted to hurry up and get older to get away. You know, so what I'm doing now, bro, is just, it's beautiful, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about the other day, right? I was talking to some good people. I say, what's the difference between growing and evolving, right? So, okay. So for like 7, 8 years of my life, bro, I was like an extreme alcoholic, right? I'm talking about getting blasted every day, every night, throughout the day. So during them times, I was just growing. I was gaining weight. I was aging. You know what I'm saying? I was just, you know, just growing. But right now, these 500 days of me being sober, bro, I'm evolving. I'm working on my mental health.
All right.
You feel me? I'm becoming a better man. I'm becoming a better dad. I'm becoming a better friend. You know what I'm saying? The littlest things in life, like keeping your word to someone, that shit right there is important to me. You know what I'm saying? Shows my integrity.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to build something. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the guy that's on his deathbed, because we all gonna be there one day, and be living with regrets. I want to know, did I leave an impact on this world, bro? I want to be the man my kids say, damn, that is my dad. I'm so proud of him, shawty. And I knew if I kept drinking, that would have never happened, bro. It would have never happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's one way that I'm breaking generational trauma, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay. What's some advice you have to people that's trying to get on their sobriety journey?
Bro, you have to want to do it, bro. You can't get sober for nobody else, bro. Because if you trying to get sober for somebody else, as soon as that person do you wrong, you're going to run back to the liquor store, bro. You have to really want to do it, bro.
Wow.
And I really wanted to do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I never been disciplined a day in my life, ever. I never been disciplined, bro. Sobriety gave me unknown discipline, bro. You know what I mean? Sobriety gave me love, bro. Sobriety gave me patience. Sobriety gave me the permission to make mistakes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sobriety took away my anxiety. Sobriety helped me deal with things, bro. So if you want to get sober, bro, it's going to be hard, bro. But anything that's great is going to be hard, bro. You got to work for it, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm just taking in everything you said, man. Definitely could see you on them stages, motivational speaking, and just kind of talking to the youth. So, like, what impact in, like, let's say the rest of this year do you want to have to kind of set you up on that trajectory?
So, I'm working with a good female friend of mine, you know, and she has like history of like managing like bands or whatever back in Atlanta. So me and her, we getting real close, right? And I kind of want her to be my manager, right? And she was throwing a lot of ideas at me, man. So we just got to sit down and come up with a plan with how we going to attack this shit. But I say, man, by the end of the year, bro, I at least want to accomplish just standing up and a group full of people, bro, and just tell my story, bro. That's what I want to accomplish before the year is up. You know what I mean? And it's not a hard thing to accomplish, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta stay focused, stay sober, and just get to it.
So why did you choose the outlet of podcasting and clothing? If you know, like that's your end goal, motivational. So why was it important for you to, like you said, be the hybrid entrepreneur?
So what it is right. So the podcast is like my foot in the door, right? And plus, bro, I love podcasting, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love it, bro. Number one, like I like talking to people. You know what I'm saying? And bro, I like seeing myself on camera, bro. And believe it or not, bro, for everybody out there listening, bro, if you having problems with your self-esteem or you're a little insecure about yourself, bro, get on camera and talk, bro, and look at yourself, bro. Hey, bro, listen, bro, when I be making shorts of me and my guests, I don't look at my guests, bro. I'm looking at me my whole time. Hey, look, shout out to all my guests, right? I love y'all, bro, but I'm looking at me my whole time, bro. I'm working on self, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at myself the whole time, bro. I'm falling in love with myself, bro. You gotta understand, bro. I ain't loved myself for years, bro. For years, bro, I hated myself, bro. For years, dog. You know what I'm saying? So now, bro, I'm like, look, being on camera, bro, I love it, bro. I love talking to people, bro. Like I said, the podcast is my foot in the door. I'm always gonna be a podcaster. Podcaster is my foot my foot in the door. But motivational speaking is where my heart is at, bro. I want to help people, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's power in your testimony. You understand what I'm saying?
What would you tell your younger self?
Bro, whatever you feeling right now, Slim, it ain't your fault, bro. Just keep thriving, keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't your friends. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave school. Don't even pick up no weed, bro. Drinking ain't cool. But then sometimes but if I talk to my younger self like that, then I'll be like, but if I didn't go through all that substance abuse, would I be this person I am now?
Right.
And the person that I am, these last 500 days, I love the man I became, bro. You know what I mean? So I guess I would tell my younger self, bro, listen, go ahead, bro. You know, it's going to be okay, bro. See, I had faith, bro. I had faith at a young age, bro. I don't even know where my faith came from, bro. But I always had faith, bro. I always knew things was going to get better, bro. It was never a if, it was always a when for me, bro. I just didn't know when, but I just always knew. Always.
It's like you said, you have so much self-love. It's like allowing that permission to be had, you know, and I feel like that reflects on other people. Like when you see someone with so much self-love in themselves, it makes you want to be like, oh, I need to have that self-love, because it's only really up to you that determines that aspect of things. And I feel like in terms of like clothing and expression or whatever it is you do, music, but since we're in a clothing store, like I feel like that same thing kind of carries over to people and their brands, like how bold they are, how creative they are, like what they're doing differently, you know.
Yeah, man, you gotta be different, man. You definitely gotta be different, bro. And social media got everybody head so screwed up, like you gotta be like the next person. You gotta be like the next person. Nah, dog. You gotta be yourself, bro. I always was the type, I never followed the crowd, bro. I always went left while everybody else was going right, bro. I never wanted to be a follower, bro. And you know, I just feel like the youngest, bro, social media just got their mind all twisted, bro. I'm happy to be born in 1991, bro. Before social media, you know what I'm saying? Before all that. Yup.
What rapper you think got the worst swag?
Shit, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Dog, I don't like none of them big ass shoes, big ass boots. You know what I'm saying? I don't like none of that weird shit, bro. Like, we grew up in the era where it was like, man, you want your shoes to look nice and slim. You want your shit to be clean, bro. And so, shit, man. Bro, like I said, bro, I'm so busy just looking at me on camera, bro. Like, bro, I don't look at no rappers, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm strictly about Peasy, bro. My Corna 33, sobriety over everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit, bro. But shout out my man 50 Cent, though, man. I love how my man 50 Cent be putting that shit on. Like, 50 Cent be dressing like a normal motherfucker with money. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can rock with that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Any last words for the people, man? You talked a lot about your journey, a lot about self-love, a lot about endurance and having patience. Any last words to the people out there who, you know, just want to know what's coming next and what you're going to do?
Yo, straight up, man. More phenomenal guests on my podcast, man. More hats coming, more shirts, more love, more inspiration. You can do it as long as you put your mind to it. Don't chase nobody, bro. Don't chase nobody. Bro. The only love I'm chasing is self-love, bro. You know what I'm saying? The only person I'm running after is my future self. That's it, bro. We gotta evolve, bro. We gotta evolve, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know the evolution of man? I'm right up there, bro. I'm evolving, bro. I'm not growing, I'm evolving, Slim. I told my man Riz the other day, we going to the moon, dog.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Hello.
And look, I want to let you all know, the guy behind the camera, I just met him yesterday, bro. And he dropped so much jewels on me, dog. Just off of like 5 minutes of me knowing him, bro. So the man behind the camera, the GOAT too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can make a player be a player, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Man, sobriety over everything. Peasy, appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Definitely need you back.
Thank you, man. My Corner Dash 33 on YouTube. My Corner Dash 33 on Instagram. Stay focused, stay sober. On TikTok. And you can check me out there. I got some beautiful people that I done interviewed, man. Beautiful people.
Hell yeah. All right, shout out to you.
Thank you, bro. Peace.
Man.